Want to do the? Oh, we're live now.
Alright, queuing up the song here. Alright, three. Hold on. Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Come on! Come on!
Hello, this is episode 175 of Cross Border Gaming. I'm Harold, aka H-Bomb, and joining me, a man who likes to kick the crap out of Brazilians, Frank.
How's it going? And yes,
Alright.
I guess that's my country's new pastime.
Yeah, Brazil only needed a touchdown to win.
More than a touchdown.
And the extra point.
And a lot more extra points. No,
Touchdown, that's
happened.
6.7 with the extra point. So, crossing our footballs.
The commentary on that game was quite fun to listen to.
Yeah,
Brazil
I
has-
haven't really paid much attention to it. But yeah, I did see that the Germans just beat down Brazil.
at home
Yeah.
in their own yard.
Yeah, I guess having Neymar out.
I've
Was
never seen a
low.
team make the opponent's fans weep.
Mm,
I've never seen that before, ever. Or empty out the what is it, home country's stadium with just how badly you're beating them. Anyways, final games on what is it, Sunday? I can't wait.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
I believe third place game is on Saturday.
Yep.
Not that anybody cares about third place.
No, nobody.
Unless you're from the Netherlands or Brazil.
Pretty much, it's that last game your team gets to play.
hmm
You know, but anyway,
And end all this hard work on an up note, I guess.
exactly.
Okay. So,
We've been
Frank,
playing.
what have you been playing?
Well, I found my copy of Civ Rev finally.
Yeah, I saw you playing it earlier this week.
I usually, if I'm working from home, I usually play it at lunch and see if I can unlock an achievement each time I do that.
hmm
Because I got it down to about 1 hour to finish an entire game,
hmm
just either through domination or economic victory, one or the other,
hmm
depending who I'm playing as. I also played some GTA 5 online because it was the 4th of July weekend.
Okay.
It was double the experience and double the money all
Okay.
week on special jobs, as well as you got some very cool accessories like a musket. Very 4th of July. So it takes
That'd
from,
be some old school Grand Theft Auto right there, like Grand Theft Stagecoach. I don't know.
I don't want to see. Well, we already have that. It's called Red Dead Redemption,
Yeah.
which is very good, mind you. If you like GTA set in the westerns, it's pretty
Mhm.
good. Also played some Final Fight on the 360. I had some friends that came over on the weekend, and they wanted to play Final Fight because that's where I put my my Final Fight poster. So when they saw that, they're like, "Okay, let's play it." And of course,
That's like the worst version of Final Fight.
you know what? You can play it with 2 people, and it's in HD, and the mechanics are fine, and so is the story. So you know what? I don't have a problem with it.
Hmm.
Especially considering there's still a game on the flip side. That one isn't very good. I don't even remember what the hell it was called.
Magic Sword or something like that.
or something like that. I didn't like that one that much. That was a game that they could have put something else in there, like Cadillacs versus dinosaurs, but that requires licensing. And I finished it off with some Tetris Splash, again against friends and whatnot. I like beating people in that game quite a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But if they have trouble with me, I'd like to see them play Matt. I'm sure he could demolish them in less than a minute.
Okay. So I guess we're on to my list.
Yep.
Man, we're gonna run right through this. Rock Band Blitz. I'm like number 2 on my friends list right now.
Who's number 1?
Some guy from the UK who's got over 400 million.
Are you planning on overtaking him?
No, there's no way. I mean, the dude is like either in or outside the top 50. Yeah, just outside the top 50. He has a whole lot of songs that are like in the single-digit rankings. I mean, that guy is good. So there is no way. Even if I bought all of the DLC, I don't think I can catch him.
So you'll settle for second?
Yeah, well, yeah, I'll settle for second of my friends. Yeah, then again, Colin Kittler, he's probably gonna realize that I've passed him and he's gonna take it back. Wouldn't be the first time.
Okay,
a little bit of Rock Band 3. Got my Beatles Rock Band Hofner bass out. Played a little bit on guitar. A little bit of Tomodachi Life. Had my first proposal attempt.
And how'd it go?
Last time I tried to propose it during fireworks. Couldn't quite get her attention.
Ruh-roh.
Yeah. I suppose, as far as my own personal me in the game, right now, Sarah and I have started dating.
Oh boy.
Yeah. And Philip's her best friend, so that's weird.
No, I'm not going there. Anyway. You also been playing some Shovel Knight?
Shovel Knight. I used the butt code.
And how is it with the butt code?
It's alright. I didn't get too far in it.
That's cool.
I mean, essentially, they just changed words to butt.
I see.
A little bit of Rusty's Real Deal Baseball and Pokemon Battle Trose. Not a lot, just clearing out street passes and dabbling a little bit while I was in there. I got back into threes. I mean, threes, that's just a game you got on your iPhone, and it's just really handy to play while it's there. And I believe it's on sale right now.
Really, for how much?
I'm not sure. And on PS4, Zen Pinball 2 and Titan Attacks, and I actually streamed a little bit of it the other day. And of course, I'll try to do that a little bit more, and that will be at twitch.tv/hbombandfriends. Okay, so we got some changes here. And this new segment, right now we're just calling it Big Talk. And right now our Big Talk topic is the state of the show. And going back to January when we were first talking about bringing CBG back, we were talking about needing to make some changes, the fact that Frank has no plans to get into the next gen, and the fact that I, at that point, hadn't made the move into the next gen unless Wii U counts. It counts.
Yeah.
Ouya doesn't count, but Wii U counts. I don't know. But yeah, so and Frank, and of course Frank, essentially just you've been a little bit on the apathetic side of most of the news we've had lately.
Yeah, I think that's been very clear.
Yeah, so right now, what we want to do, we want less news-based, we want less interest in current-gen stuff, we want more discussion-based, some talk about maybe current events, maybe retro. Our news section, which is coming up, we're eliminating that to about 3 to 5 stories and having a little bit more in-depth conversation on those stories. Frank, anything to add?
No, I had proposed this earlier to
Yeah.
start changing up the format here because, like Harold said, I don't care about the next gen stuff.
Yeah.
It's been pretty evident in like the last, I don't know, 10 shows or so.
Yeah, we
But,
we need to keep this fresh. I mean, yes. If you go back to the beginning, maybe the first 6 months or so, maybe there was a lot of change in that time, and then we kind of, for the most part, have hit a rut since then. And most of our changes since then have been more in the tech we use rather than the actual content of the show.
Exactly.
So,
It's the content we need to work on.
yeah. And we noticed that not as many of you have been listening lately. So thank you, Pat. Do we have anybody listening right now? Anybody watching us right now?
I'm not sure.
Am I reaching you now?
Apparently not.
Alright. So anyway, we're always looking for input. So feedback at crossbordergaming.com, hbomb at crossbordergaming.com, either of us on Twitter or the show Twitter, at CBG Podcast, Facebook, anything if you want to talk. Anything you want us to talk about.
Or even topics to discuss or questions for us.
Yeah, and any suggestions for folks you want us to talk about stuff with.
Exactly. For instance, I don't know, maybe have us think of what we would require for game companies to do in order to, I don't know, get us back on full-time next gen.
Yeah.
Like that.
Okay. So, do we have anything more to add here on State of the Show?
No.
Yeah, this is a little shorter than I thought, but our moving from big talk to big news of the universe. I don't know.
I'm surprised we've not gotten in trouble for using that yet.
Yeah.
In 174 episodes or more than that, actually, because you have to include the other shows.
Well, then again, it was quite a while before it was like probably about 20 episodes before we started using that.
I think it was after the show we had on with Philip. I think it was our first or second. No, it was our first show with Philip. After
That was episode 10.
Okay, it was soon after that. I was thinking of using that. Oh, we had talked about it.
Yeah.
I think it was.
I mean, at one point I think at one point suggested maybe switching to next gen. At one point I actually tried to get Doctor Who in there. Woo! But yeah, our big news. And yeah, there's got to be a better name for that. But yeah. Apparently there's more Microsoft flip-flopping.
Microsoft is abandoning their plans to use retail units as dev kits, later denied.
So yeah, now Microsoft is flip-flopping on their flip-flopping.
They should open up a store for flip-flops, I swear.
Yeah, I think next year at PAX East I need to take a pair of flip-flops and ask Major Nelson to sign them.
Could you imagine he actually fucking does it? Girl sign these. It's like running your flip flops.
Yeah, get some in Xbox Green.
Yeah, get some an Xbox screen or even with an Xbox logo on it.
Yeah, or just draw on a big X. I don't know.
Or that, or some sort of facsimile to
But anyway, my question is, when is Microsoft going to get their shit together?
I don't know what happened between the Xbox 360 and the Xbone. Did they forget how to manage a company? Or how to develop a game console and how to present it and market it?
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking more or less is like, did you forget how to do business properly? Even a large chunk of the last generation was theirs. I mean,
Yeah.
it was clear that more people were playing Xbox than they were PS3.
Yeah. And I think they've just rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. They've rubbed me the wrong way, at least. I'm not going to speak for everyone, but they've rubbed me the wrong way.
They rubbed me the wrong way when they said, "Oh, that it's going to be included. Oh, and it's got to be connected." I was like, "Fuck you, I'm out."
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Even though they've reversed on a lot of the stuff they've said that people didn't like, I mean, I just hated their attitude about it.
Exactly, especially that what's his name?
Matrick.
Yeah, Matrick telling us what we should and shouldn't like.
Yeah, at least he's gone. He's running Zynga into the ground now.
Wasn't that already in the ground?
He's just gonna get there faster. I don't know.
Or is he trying to?
I haven't really been following Zynga lately because I don't play those games anymore. You remember when he used to talk about Farmville every week?
Yeah, and I was like, wow.
Those were the days.
Mafia Wars. Oh god.
Uh-huh.
The only reason I played those games was something to pass the time at work when I was working night. And that's what they're designed for, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, you got 30 seconds to play a game? Here you go.
Yeah.
Real quick. But
now I just use mobile games for that.
Exactly, because they've gotten...
Like threes.
And they don't harass everybody on your friends list on Facebook.
Yeah.
I don't know. Microsoft really needs to learn how to do things right the first time again, and not usually put whiteout on a document.
Yeah. Wii U was stumbling out the gate, and people were calling the end of Nintendo, despite the fact that they're probably the most financially sound of the three companies. I think if anybody could ill afford to have issues, it's Microsoft.
But I don't know. I'm not sure how popular Xbox One is amongst consumers. I have no idea how many people are buying it or not, or whatnot, or how many they're moving, or what.
I think they're probably still outselling Wii U, but that's not saying much. And of course, as I said, Nintendo's got the reserves, and I'm not sure how much loss leading's being done. I would think that Xbox One's probably losing more per sale than Wii U.
Well, we'll see how it goes a year after. Unit. Let's see how.
the big difference between the three companies, Nintendo, of course, gaming being the focus of the company, and even though they're not doing well, they got the reserves to weather the storm and regroup. Sony, the company as a whole, not doing so well, but PlayStation is a bright spot for them.
Well,
and Microsoft, Xbox, it's probably the opposite, with the Xbox division kind of pulling Microsoft down. So I think if one of the big three is not going to make it to the next gen, it's not going to be Nintendo. It's going to be Microsoft.
Well, this generation's only started. It's kind of hard to say that right now.
Yeah.
Their $299 unit, or sorry, their cheaper unit now that's connectless. Let's see how it is a year after that thing sells and see if it's,
Yeah.
gotten people back or not. Or perhaps it's even too late. We don't know yet. I'm not sure if it is or not for Microsoft. I don't think they're stupid enough to fall that far. Well, other companies have surprised me.
Well, they've already fallen far enough, and the question is, can they get out of it? Can they pull out of it? Or are they...
Hey, weirder things have happened. I never thought that I would play a Nintendo console one day with a dildo and a tablet. I never thought that would happen. I never thought that, oh, fuck, Nintendo's going to have motion controls, what for, and make games I don't care about that aren't catered to me. And it's happened. I never thought that would happen.
Yeah. Okay, so are we ready to move on?
Yep.
Okay, PAX South passes went on sale yesterday. 3-day passes are gone, but all 3 individual days still available, and according to the site tracking, still pretty good supply. So what does that mean?
Well, it's the first one.
True.
They're waiting. You know what? Next year's will probably be a lot more in demand because then you'll have people who said, "Oh, I've been to PAX Prime and I've been to PAX East. This is how PAX South compares." That's what they're waiting for.
Yeah.
And some people are just not ready to plunk down the extra money for that extra event unless they see it's of equal or better value.
Yeah.
Or
I mean, I almost wish PAX East. Well, actually, I do wish PAX East were before PAX South, because for some reason, if PAX East fell through, I'd have South as a fallback. Whereas, yes, all 3 days are available now, but in a few months when East passes sell out, will South passes still be available?
Again.
But you know what? If I for some reason get locked out of East and South is still available, I would do South.
Why not? You said you always wanted to go to Texas.
I don't think I ever said that.
I know, I'm making that up.
I don't know. If I was going to go to an event in Texas, I think I'd probably rather do RTX, because I'd probably rather go to Austin than San Antonio. But yeah, so yeah, so you think that's why they haven't sold out yet, because it's new, because nobody knows what to expect? You don't think that they're stretched themselves too thin?
No, I don't think so. Have you seen how fast PAX Prime and East ticket sale?
Yeah.
And look, that was the same thing that happened with PAX East. PAX East started off small.
I guess to compare, I'll take a look at PAX Australia, looking at PAX Australia, 3-day has sold out, but international 3-day, which I don't know how that varies, is still available, as well as Friday and Sunday. I'm not sure how long they've been on sale, but PAX Australia is October 31st through November 2nd. So, but then again, Australia is kind of similar boat. It's still new. That and the fact that it's on the other freaking side of the world.
And requires a lot of money to travel to, at least for somebody in North America.
If you're in North America, or pretty much anywhere that isn't Australia.
In Southeast Asia, it's probably the best thing to go to, and that's Tokyo Game Show.
Yeah.
So maybe they're trying to attract that crowd, but I'm not sure how that's working out either.
Okay. Now a big story a story that came out today. There was an interview with Harmonix's Alex Ergopoulos, where he pretty much reiterated what he said in his PAX East keynote, that has plans to bring back Rock Band at some point, waiting for the right time, and of course media outlets going around said, "Hey, Rock Band's coming this gen! Rock Band's coming this gen!" He didn't say that.
I would have totally expected you to say that.
No, because after, well, one, I was in the room when Rigopoulos said that at PAX East. The way he said that, the way he said, and the way that Harmonix viciously refuted the reports that say, Rock Band's coming back, Rock Band's coming back, Rock Band's coming back! I mean, yeah, so essentially, reactions tell me two things. One, at least the media wants Rock Band to come back. And two, Harmonix is hesitant.
Yeah, because they know that maybe not everyone is enthusiastic about buying plastic instruments again.
Yeah, I mean, the big thing is, yes, the Rock Band community is rabid. I mean,
And very
the fans, the hardcore Rock Band fans, they're out there. I mean, yeah, I'm one of them, but yeah, I've met some. I mean, Harmonix has their fans, Rock Band has their fans. The thing is, no matter how passionate the group is, it's not about how passionate the group is. It's the numbers. How many? And
warrant.
the way that the whole plastic instrument craze crashed, and I blame Bobby Kotick.
Why, was he the first one to say, hey, build like multiple versions of the sets?
Guitar Hero, hello!
Doesn't matter, he just took advantage of a marketing trend, that's all he did.
Yeah, and how many Guitar Heroes did they make?
Too many.
Yeah.
Too many, I think.
I mean, yeah, I mean, Rock Band to an extent. I mean, as much as I liked Lego Rock Band, that probably did not need to be a thing. Band Hero most definitely did not need to be a thing.
Okay, sure. Like, their drums looked a lot cooler.
Guitar Hero Van Halen did not need to be a thing.
I mean, I don't know.
But yeah, but Rock Band 4, I will believe it when I see it.
I don't think we'll see a Rock Band 4 until at least a slim version of each new console.
Yeah. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if it didn't come out at all this generation.
Wow, you think they're gonna wait until holographic displays are real?
I don't know. I think it's gonna need some time to cool off. And you know what? I'm not even sure when it does come out it'll be the same game.
I mean, how often do you hear people mentioning the plastic instruments besides us just doing it now?
Yeah. I mean, my biggest fear is they're gonna bring back a game called Rock Band, and they're gonna come up with some alternate control, whether it's motion controller based or whether it's real instruments a la Rocksmith, which, to tell you the truth, I don't know how well that's selling. I know, of course, Power Gig flopped, Bandfuse bombed, and even Pro Mode in Rock Band wasn't enough to keep it going. So I'm not sure if the real instrument route would work either, but not that I would play the real instrument route because I can't.
Although I did like the addition of the keyboard, though. I thought that was cool.
Yeah, I like the keys.
I think it's a great idea, and I wish they would.
Keys and the Harmony is probably the two best additions to Rock Band 3.
That, and you could use that keyboard as a MIDI controller as well.
Yeah.
I thought was a nice.
In fact, I believe I saw somebody using it as a MIDI controller at PAX East.
Yeah, why not? You hook up, what is it, Ableton Live to it, and you're making music.
Yeah. But yeah, so how long do you think it's going to be? And will it be what it was?
I would say 2017, 2018. I think. And like I said, that's when I expect. Smaller versions of these current consoles?
Yeah. My guess is at least 2019. And my question is, will I still want to play these games when I'm 40 years old?
Well, are you going to?
I don't know.
It's your life. You can do with it whatever you like.
True. I mean, will I still want to play them when I'm, or what? Will I have moved on? I mean,
Move on to what though? Something that's more better than a music rhythm action game?
yeah. I mean, who knows? Then again, maybe Amplitude will take off.
Well, which will technically just be an extension of an already
Yeah.
healthy addiction you have.
Yeah. Okay. This is one you put in.
Yeah, Victor showed me this earlier. Essentially, Ubisoft showed their numbers for their Wii U sales just to show how bad they've been. And it shows here that Wii U sales, what is it, for the first quarter, are expected to be down to 1% by 2014-2015.
Yeah. Well, the one problem with this is they've been putting the same games out on multiple consoles, and the other consoles have, especially the outgoing gen, have the better attach rate already. So
Exactly. I still think they should make unique games for the Wii U that.
yeah, the one set of numbers I would want to see at least Ubisoft, it would be like Zombie U. And I can't think of any other Wii U specific exclusives.
I mean, they're even projecting their handheld 3DS and numbers to go down.
Yeah.
So I guess Imagine Babies is no longer wanted by anyone.
Was that Ubisoft?
I think
And were they still making those?
Ubisoft did some series of games like that. I know they did.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was the Imagine series or if it was another Baby series. I forgot what it was, but I know.
I think that was Ubisoft, but they haven't done that. They haven't been making those games in a while.
Yeah, they
It's
stopped.
been a couple of years.
They
They
focused-
kind of stopped when the DS died out. Those games didn't quite make the trip over to 3DS.
No. I just find it interesting that the figures are that low. Maybe they should. I don't
Yeah.
know. We
I
specifically.
mean, Wii U is essentially a Nintendo console. I wish Nintendo would do something to lure the third parties.
What is it? Good and Evil 2 on there.
Yeah. Whether it's get exclusives or exclusive features or just something where the Wii U version is the definitive version. And I think Ubisoft kind of screwed themselves a little bit when they held back Rayman Legends and made it multi-platform. What they should have done is release the Wii U version and then make it multi-platform.
That would have been a better idea.
Yeah. Let it play out on Wii U and then introduce it to 360 and PS3. But I mean, yeah. And Ubisoft was one of Nintendo's best supporters, and it's amazing how maybe amazing is not the right word, but it's just the way things have turned. I mean, it's like everybody's jumping off the ship.
Right.
Although for some reason they are making it the new Just Dance for Wii. So, but then again,
They had a large installment on there.
then again, that's probably the best-selling platform for the Just Dance series.
Exactly. And trust me, it is. Every
I mean,
year at Fan Expo, they're there, and it's on the Wii.
well, it was built for the Wii. I mean, it was built for the motion controller switch. I assume that translates fairly well to move, but kind of limits Kinect features, having to have parity for Nintendo and Sony. But yeah, and finally our last story. This isn't really directly a video game story, but it's a Kickstarter story, and of course there have been a lot of games that have been on Kickstarter. I mean, I've supported quite a few games on Kickstarter. Have you supported any?
Yeah, I supported Leisure Suit Larry and Shadowrun, as well as a documentary called The Culture High that I should be seeing later on this year.
Yeah. Whereas I've had a couple games that I've supported that have come out, like Super Drake Tracker, Shovel Knight, the Terminator 2 table of Pinball Arcade, and Act 1 of Broken Age, as well as a few that are still in the works, like Amplitude. But and I've also supported stuff like Area 5's documentary series, Outer Lands. But right now, the big story to come out of Kickstarter has been about potato salad. Some guy started a Kickstarter to make potato salad. Apparently he had never made potato salad, and so he made a legitimate Kickstarter. They actually let this one through. And his target was only $10, and right now it's $45,347.
People are just doing this for lulz, right?
Yeah, I mean, is this really the right thing to do with Kickstarter? They're just turning it into a joke.
Well, I think that's the whole point of the people who are actually putting money into this, is they want to expose it as that.
I'm saying this shouldn't have been allowed in the first place.
I agree. This is kind of like a hoax, like when somebody tries to sell their virginity on eBay or Craigslist.
Yeah, I even selected to report this project, and the closest thing to where this fits in is this is not a project. Projects must have a plan for creating something and sharing it with the world. And however, he does have a plan to create this and share it with the world.
Yeah, he's sharing the joke with the world. Technically,
technically, I'm not. Technically, I don't think they could touch him. I mean, I was actually considering reporting it because I think it's BS.
A bunch of people are going to pay this guy whatever this Kickstarter is going to finish with. He's probably going to give the money to charity, or say he is, or may just pocket it himself.
Technically, Kickstarter rules, you can't.
You can't.
I mean, that's another thing to report. Projects cannot promise to donate funds raised on Kickstarter to a charity or cause.
Oh, so it would just go in his pocket, so that's decided.
Yeah.
So somebody just bought this. So people just bought this guy a good yuck and a vacation or a new car.
So I mean, yeah, I mean he's expanded this, so he's gonna do a live stream of the potato salad, make multiple types of potato salad. I think he has said 4 different types of potato salad, and one of them is gonna be vegan.
I bet you mine's still better. Anyways.
Yeah. What kind of potato salad do you make? A traditional German potato salad?
I'm not sure what people call a traditional German potato salad, because I've never seen what they call a traditional German potato salad here in North America. Never.
What do you put it? What do you put in it?
I essentially just put onions, chopped really fine, garlic too if you want. You don't have to. What is it? Pickles, again, finely chopped like relish almost, but just not that jelly substance. mayonnaise, and
Yeah, that's not a German potato salad.
half an apple really finely chopped because that's where you get the sweetness from.
Yeah, that's not German potato salad. That's
Yeah.
just potato salad.
I don't know what they what they qualify. I'm so sure French onion soup is something completely different in France too.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't even make that over there. Who the fuck knows?
Yeah. German potato. One thing about German potato salad is it's actually served warm.
Yeah, see, I've never seen a potato salad in Germany served warm. So again, I think this is a North American invention
Yeah.
on their idea of what it's supposed
Yeah. Well, then again, half of Chinese food is American invention.
to be. That too, right?
Yeah.
In an
Like the box.
American,
That's an American invention right there, and I believe the fortune cookie as well.
because there's no such thing as takeout over there like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But yeah, is the system broken?
I think somebody should have screened this and said, "What the fuck is this
Yeah.
joke?"
It makes a mockery of the site.
Maybe it was a disgruntled employee who let it go through. Who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe he didn't give a shit either.
Okay.
But I don't know if it's broken or not. I mean, I certainly would want to see them screen it a bit better.
Yeah.
Also, I'm dying to see.
And there've been knockoffs of this. I mean, I believe somebody started one for making coleslaw.
Why? Because he thought, hey, this guy's got 50 grand. Why don't I?
Yeah.
People are stupid enough to give him their money. Why not me?
Yeah.
But that's true ultimately.
Yeah. I think Kickstarter needs more oversight.
Nope. It's just that thing I've been talking about the last couple of weeks. Idiocracy.
Mm-hmm.
People are stupid.
Okay, moving on to random words of randomness. You got anything to say?
Nope. But I see you got something here.
Yeah, our good friends over at Irrational Passions just hit the 4-year mark.
Wow, that long?
Yeah, so that means in a few months they're going to go on a hiatus for 6 months.
Maybe.
That's what happened to us after 4 years.
Fuck, that's true.
But, you know, they've already done more shows than we have. I think their last show was 185.
Actual journalists, unlike us.
Yeah, I mean, I hope Alex gets there. I mean, he will. Yeah.
Sure he
No
will.
hope. I know he'll be there.
I just hope he doesn't wind up becoming the Barry Darso of game journalism.
Who?
It's an 80s wrestling reference.
Oh. So, are we ready to move on to housekeeping?
Yep.
Okay, CrossBorderGaming.com. Check us out on Stitcher and iTunes. Review us. Email us, hbomb, emasterfeedback, all at CrossBorderGaming.com. Facebook.com/CBG Podcast. YouTube.com/CrossBorderGaming. Our voicemail is 747-CBG-POD5. That is 747-222-7635. Twitter's USFHBomb, eMaster1980, CBG Podcast, Audio Booze, HBomb and eMaster. I had an idea. I think starting next week, I want to do a topic question of the week. We're going to submit that on Facebook and Twitter and talk about that if we get any responses.
Indeed.
Yeah. But yeah, Audio Booze, HBomb and eMaster, friend and podcast shoutouts, HBomb and friends. Hopefully we'll be back with a new show next week. We didn't, due to scheduling conflicts, we didn't get one in this week. Retrofudgeon.com, Podcast 64. We are supposed to record tomorrow. Fantastic Neighborhood. I'm not sure if I mentioned it last week, but I was on their show last week. Me and Alex with John. I believe that episode is currently out now. Retronic Radio. They did a show and they didn't really advertise it.
No, and I also don't see it in iTunes either.
No, I mean just on YouTube, which means Nick hasn't gotten that far yet. But I still can't believe they did a show and they didn't really post it. Maybe that's our problem too. We haven't been posting it enough.
Perhaps.
Perhaps. Game Enthuse, Irrational Passions, DMGIce.com, RadioDMG.com, AnimationIsArt.com, Mustache Gamers. I actually did their podcast on Tuesday, and we were talking about rhythm games.
Oh, and Vic's gonna come over Saturday to record some Retro Function.
I'll believe that when I see it.
No, it's all been set up. It's all set. I just have to move my setup here into the living room so we can record where all the games are. Because my PC is not near the games anymore.
So, anyway, thank you, Frank.
Thank you, Harold. And thank you for listening.
Pat.
And Stuart.
Stuart.
Who listens.
Stuart who? Wombat?
Not Wombat. Our original first fan.
Oh, SMDL too, yeah. But yeah, we'll be back next Thursday at 8, probably. And you may go now.
Good night and big balls.
Everything is fine.